He got hurt in the playoffs, struggled with a wrist injury, then missed the playoffs last year. He's healthy now and telling Atlanta Falcon receiver Julio Jones, I told you it was going to happen tonight. He's pushed the lead to 9. He's got 10 points here in the quarter.
And Julio said, I got to sit here and take it.
10 things you never knew about Julio Jones. If you go out on the streets and ask a random person, hey, mention some of the most influential athletes in Atlanta, I bet they won't go too far before mentioning the Atlanta Falcons superstar wide receiver, Julio Jones. The Alabama-born NFL star has had an amazing career with mind-boggling stats to go with his claim. He is a rare breed. One of his kind, he's arguably one of the most physically gifted athletes in the game. Talking about his large 6'3" body frame, his explosive speed, and his agility, Julio has really made a statement in the NFL as one of the hardest players to defend. He is many fans' favorite player, but a lot of people know so little about Julio outside his electrifying performance during games. Well, not to worry. In today's episode, we'd be sharing 10 things you never knew about Julio Jones. Before we dive into today's list, don't forget to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and comment Gifted Athlete to be entered in this month's $500 Amazon gift card giveaway. Good luck! Number 10, a record breaker since day one. Julio did not start raking up impressive stats midway into his career. He had been a record breaker since high school days, the same period in our lives where we begin busy trying to get noticed by our high school crush. Julio recorded an event-best 38.6-inch, 98mm vertical jump during the Baton Rouge Nike camp. He also ran a 40-yard dash in 4.55 seconds. Wow! He was so good that he got a spot on the high school Under Armour All-American team. Number 9. He was once listed as the number 1 receiver. Did you know that as of 2008, Julio Jones was listed as the number 1 wide receiver in the nation? After joining University of Alabama in 2008, Julio began his college career with a great record and huge expectations. Living up to all of the expectations, Julio became the first true freshman wide receiver to even start in a season opener for the Crimson Tide. The game was against Clemson Tigers, and Julio caught 4 passes for 28 yards and a touchdown in a 34-10 rout. But the real breakthrough came during a 41-30 win over the Georgia Bulldogs. During this match, he caught 5 passes for 94 yards, including a 22-yard touchdown reception from John Parker Wilson. To this day, almost anyone you ask would list him in the top 5 in the entire NFL. Number 8. He started off playing basketball. Since entering the NFL as the 6th overall pick for the Atlanta Falcons in the 2011 draft, Julio has been nothing short of impressive. But what you might not know is that Julio almost did not play for the NFL. Apart from his incredible skills in football, Julio has also displayed remarkable talents for other sports in his early days. Basketball was one of his favorites. In fact, Julio started on the basketball team during his high school days. He was so good on the court that it is reported that Julio once dunked all over future NBA All-Star DeMarcus Boogie Cousins. There's no doubt that Jones has some incredible talents, but taking off over a legit NBA-bound center is no easy task. Number 7.
Hey, our next stop over here, we're going to go to...
Look at this guy.
What's up, man? What are you guys doing on the bus?
I just hopped on to see what you were working
Do we not have security over here? Are you guys kidding me?
I got cameras.
Yeah, you know, that's right. Hey, you can buy tokens for that also. Hey, are you guys serious? We have security over here. How do you guys have nothing better to do there than sit here and commandeer my bus?
Number 7. He gave track events a good shot too. It is already written in the stars that Julio was made for sports, but it took him a few tryouts here and there before he finally found his place. While the dream of becoming the next Michael Jordan didn't see the light of day, Julio went on to take some shots at other sports, this time track events. And yeah, you guessed it, he was the Alabama king of track events. In 2006 and 2007, he became the state champion in the long jump, 24.2 or 7.40 meters, and triple jump, 47.5 or 14.52 meters. This earned him the 2006-07 Gatorade TNF Athlete of the Year in the state of Alabama title. That's not all. He was also the state champion in the high jump, 6'6 or 1.98 meters, during the 2007 indoor season. He was named All-Country Selection in 2005, 2006, and 2007. He won Mr. Alabama Track and Field Athlete of the Year in 2007. There's still more. He also competed as a sprinter in 2008 and posted a personal best time of 11.13 seconds in the 100-meter dash at the Class 6A Section 1 meet, where he placed second. Number 6, he was unanimously voted into the All-SEC Coaches football team. In 2009, Julio was one of the only 4 players to have been unanimously voted into the All-SEC Coaches football team. The Florida quarterback Tim Tebow, Tennessee safety Eric Berry, and the LSU offensive lineman Siren Black were the other 3. Before the end of his freshman year, he was already being compared to NFL legends such as Michael Irvin and Larry Fitzgerald. What a great way to start your career, right? Number 5, he started out in Alabama. There's no better place than to start in the beginning, right? So you probably already know that Julio was born and raised in Alabama. If you didn't, now you do. You're welcome. When Julio was attending Foley High School in Alabama, he played the same position he plays till this very moment, wide receiver. He also played at the Lions high school football team on the defensive end, meaning that he played on both sides of the ball from 2004 to 2007. In his junior year, he was already one of the best prospects of the game, having caught 75 passes for 1,306 yards and had 16 touchdowns. He even earned a nickname, the Waffle House, because he was always open. Number 4, he displayed an epic comeback after a slump season. In his sophomore season, Julio was thought to be having a slump due to inconsistencies in his performance, but he got back with a stunning 100-yard performance of the season. This came during a match with the LSU Tigers, where he finished with 4 catches for 102 yards, including a 73-yard game-winning touchdown in Alabama's 24-15 victory. How about that for a bounce back? Number 3, his sophomore year was full of high-energy performances. Julio made significant contributions to the Crimson Tide's undefeated 14-0 season in 2009. A victory in the 2010 BCS National Championship game was also a cherry on the cake, and Julio was a great part of this success story. Number 2, he had impressive stats throughout his junior year. Julio had a really remarkable junior year in 2010. He actually started off on a really strong note with a solid performance against San Diego State, with 6 receptions for 93 yards and a touchdown in the 48-3 victory. At the end of his junior season, he had an all-time Alabama record of 78 catches and 1,133 yards along with 7 touchdowns. This puts him in 4th place in the school history book for most touchdowns. In addition, he also had 8 rushes for 135 yards and 2 touchdowns along with 5 punt returns for 44 yards and 5 kickoff returns for 129 yards. Number 1, he ended his Alabama career with impressive records. You know one cool thing about this video, we haven't mentioned a single thing about Julio's pro career with the Atlanta Falcons. And still, there is no doubt about how great a player he is. Before coming to dominate the NFL, Julio ended his Alabama career with 179 receptions, 8 100-yard receiving games, and covered 2,653 yards, the second highest in the entire history of the school. Julio Jones was a player destined for greatness. Little wonder he is one of the greatest players in his generation.
There you go. Like, we ain't go over a lot of things. Like, I think we went over like 7 plays, 7, 8 plays, bro. That was it. Like, it was like, then he was like, y'all got the first 5. That's all we know. Right. Come back down in the middle. Sit up. Will. I'm playing the mic, man.
And with that, we end today's video. Which one of these facts do you find the most interesting? Are there any other unknown facts that you would add to this list? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments section. Also, don't forget to leave a like on this video if you're a fan of Julio Jones. And if you're new to the channel, hit that like button and subscribe on your way out. Thanks for watching. Until next time.